What's happening, people? How y'all doing? How you been? How's it going? How you doing? Glad to see you. Or we'll see you because you're not here yet. I'm already here. But hey, what's happening? I'm just glad to be here. Happy Sunday to you. It's yours truly, Longhorn the comedian, and we are doing Messages in the Madness, 8 o'clock. Yes, it is Central Time. And kind of glad to be here. Well, no, I'm very happy to be here. I'm always happy to be somewhere. It's always, as they say, better to be seen than viewed, right? So I forgot to turn on one light. There we go. So I don't look all ashy. Yeah, there we go. Ta-da! Yeah, glad to see y'all. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, it's James. Y'all welcome. Come on in. Hit like, hit love. Let me know that you're here. I hope that you have had a great week, a fabulous week. My week's been pretty good. Had some ups and downs, had some challenges, but I'm here. So thank y'all for coming in. Man, yeah, it's been a week. It has been a week. I lost my debit card. First time in 25 years, I've lost my debit card. Cannot figure out where it's at. I don't know where it's at. I couldn't for the life of me. I cannot find that damn card. So, but all's well and ends well. You know, they say good customer service, you can't pay for it. Yeah, well, you can pay for it, but anyway, I'm not even gonna go into it because it's not worth it because it's a negative. So I'm just gonna say I was happy to call the bank, they canceled my card. I got another one coming. Did some comedy last night, and I was not happy with the show at all. No, I was not happy with it at all. Hey, Miss Nanette, I see you. How you doing, Miss Nanette? But yeah, I wasn't happy with my show last night. And I have to admit it, it was not my worst show, but it wasn't my best show. My worst show is when yeah, I bombed totally. But last night was I don't know. Anyway. So not gonna harp on that either because guess what? It's a new day, new way, new opportunities, move forward. I will tell you, it bummed me out so bad that I was actually considering. Hey, what's up, Ramon? I was actually considering, yeah, retiring from comedy in about 5 years. I was actually, I wasn't gonna quit last night. I was like, maybe 5 years, I'll give it up. But anyway, so you have to look at it like it's one of those things that happens. So again, welcome. The show is brought to you by Messages in the Madness, the book. Laughter Has No Color, Comedy Booking Agency. Thank you for your service. And Longhorn Comedy. This guy. So I'm not even gonna piddle paddle around. Hey Ethel, how you doing, lady? Good to see you. I'm not gonna piddle paddle around. Make sure y'all hit like, hit love. Let me know that you're in here. You know, you stop by to see me. The message of the topic of the show tonight is, what do you want? How often do people ask you that? What do you want? You know, when they ask you, they basically ask, how can I take your order? But really, when was the last time somebody asked you, what do you want? People ask you, what do you want for your birthday? They ask you, what do you want for your anniversary? They ask you, what do you want to eat? But seriously, who's ever asked you, what do you want? What do you want out of life? What do you want out of a relationship? What do you want out of work? What do you want out of anything that you do? It's a relevant question. You got to be able to ask that question and you should have an answer. And believe it or not, if you ask most people, they don't know. Um, James says to be happy. I get that. It's funny on my day job, I'll go into the dealerships and I sit down with these people that's running these businesses and they got hundreds of employees, and I'll say, I'm not here to sell you anything. What I want to know is, what do you want? What can I do for you? How can I help you? And they sit back in their chair and they look at me like this bump on my head is another horn coming out, because it's amazing how many people don't know what they want. For real, they don't. They have no clue. James said he wants to be happy, and I get that, and that's cool. Um, my dude Buddha said he want peace for the rest of my days. Okay, that's that's possible. But the question is, now once you ask that question, how do you get it? What do you got to do to make that happen? That's the question. And that's where a lot of people get stuck. Now, Ramon, very good point. I'm sorry, his name is Clarence. He's my brother. Call him Ramon. He says the difference between want and need. Yeah, There's a very thin line between want and need. I'm a compulsive buyer. I admit it. I'm a compulsive shopper. I'll see something and be like, ooh, I'd like to have that. But what I have learned, and I'll convince myself, I need that, I need that, I need that. But what I've convinced myself to do is go, okay, leave it there. And if you come back in 2 days and get it, then you did need it. If you don't come back and get it, then you just wanted it. And that does make a big, big difference. There's a very thin line between want and need. And the thing that we need, there are 7 things that you need in your life. You know what those are? You need love, health. You need love, shelter, food, water. And there's 3 other things. I know them. But anyway, need is a whole separate thing. Need is what you need to survive, what you need to get through the day. You may say, I need a pencil to write this report, but you can actually write it with a pencil. Need, want. But we have to ask that question. What do you want? What do you want as far as a car? I'd like to have a Mercedes S550 4MATIC. That's what I want. Do I need it? No. But that's what I want. So, Ethel says, good health, physical and mental. I'm going to add something to that for you, Ethel. One thing that the thing that people really need is they need good health, good physical, mental, spiritual, and financial well-being. Those are needs. Those are needs. Because quite frankly, if you don't have good finances, you can't have good health. And it's funny how if you don't have money, it can mess with your mental and your psyche. And we're going to get back to the spiritual. So they all kind of intertwine together. But how often do people ask that question? What do you want? And how often can you honestly answer them? You can answer them at a restaurant because you're looking at the menu going, yeah, I want this steak. That's what I want right here. This picture right here. This is what I want right here. Yeah. And put some porcupine butter on it. Yeah. And yeah, that'll do. And yeah, give me some of that rooster syrup you got. Whatever it is, you're looking at a menu. But what do you want in life? That's the question. What's going to help you to be better? What's going to help you to get to the next level? What's going to help you to feel better about yourself and what you do? What do you want? So, James says you got to be willing to work towards getting it. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. And I will tell you about that in a minute too. Buddha says we are all out of... Oh, you caught that, huh? See, you actually paying attention. Porcupine butter. I like that. I think I'm going to keep that one. But there are 5 reasons why. And I'm going to tell you why people don't have what they want. Whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, even sexually. There are 5 reasons why you don't have what you want. Y'all ready? I hope you got your pen ready to go. All right, here we go. The first one is you didn't ask for it. You have none of what you don't ask for. And that is so, so true. If you don't ask for it, you don't get it. You remember that first kiss? If you didn't ask for it, you didn't get it. Maybe you took it. That's on you. Hey, but you don't get what you don't ask for. And it's just that simple. It's the most simplistic thing it is. I asked God to allow me to travel this country, making people laugh. Boom. He did it. I said, God, make me a better comic. Boom. He did, because I remember when I had jokes on layaway. Okay. I mean, honestly, you could have read knock jokes out of a book and they were funnier than I was 20 years ago. But I asked God to make me a better comic. That's what I wanted. I asked God to allow me to travel this country and meet people who I've never met before and be on stages that I've never been on before. I asked God to allow me to perform 40 times on 40 weeks a year out of 52. Pretty damn close to it before the pandemic. So, James, you say sky juice on the rocks. I don't know what sky juice on the rocks is. That's what you want, though. See, you know what you want. You're right. Ramon says closed mouths don't get fed. And James said the same thing. You're absolutely right. You didn't ask for it. You got to ask for it. And you can't just ask for it with your mouth. You got to ask for it with your heart, with your soul, with with your being. And you got to mean what you say. Because as they say, be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. And then what you going to do? Yeah. So the second one is you didn't try. Plain and simple. You know what you wanted. You know what you wanted to do. But you really didn't give it that wholehearted effort. Because it's one thing to say, I want to do whatever. But if you don't do steps to follow that up, then you're just talking. You're just spitting in the wind. Facts. You didn't try. You got to try. I know a young man who was a great football player, had a promising career. Boom, blew the knee out in high school. But they tried, and they continued to try. They rehabilitated and tried to get it back together. Well, unfortunately, it didn't happen. What happened? He ended up being a football coach. So he knew what he wanted to do, and he did try, but he didn't get to where he wanted to do. So what he did was he changed his direction and said, this is what I'm going to do. But he knew what he wanted. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes you didn't know, you don't know, you didn't know you wanted it. Yeah. Sometimes you didn't know what you want until you saw it, until you heard it, until you tasted it, until somebody introduced it to you. And you're like, oh man, I want that. That's what I want to do. Those tennis shoes that old man is wearing, I want a pair of those. Yes, they have the head of a snake on them, but I like those. So what do you have to do now? You have to get in motion. You have to go after it. You have to chase it. That was number 3. Number 4, we didn't care. No, you really didn't care. It doesn't get any simpler than that, Sometimes you don't care until people bring it to your attention on what it is that you need or want to do, or what it is that you need to do for you. Excuse me. Plain and simple. Last but not least, you wanted something else more. You wanted something in your life. You had a dream, and perhaps you chased that dream. And then something came along like it does. And you go, and maybe that's not what I needed. Maybe this is not what I wanted. Maybe this is what I want. Or maybe I need to do this right now. And then later on, I can do that. Because life has a weird way of working like that. It does for all of us. Plain and simple. Those are the 5 reasons why we don't have what we want. The number 1 reason is we don't ask. I'm going to go a step further than that. I think the number 1 reason why we don't have what we want is because we don't speak it into the universe. We don't tell God or whatever higher power you believe in, Buddha, or those 5 dancing hamsters with the grass skirts, dancing around a fire, whatever that higher power is in your life. Or if you have no higher power, if you are the higher power, you have not told you what you want. Yeah. It's really just that simple. I'm living proof. I say a prayer every day that was introduced to me by somebody else, a friend of mine named Tara. The prayer is the prayer of Jabaz. And the prayer is, Lord, bless me this day. Let thy hand be with mine. Increase my territory. Protect me from evil and allow me no pain. When I learned that 15 years ago, I started saying it every day. And along with that, I started to speak aloud the things that I wanted to do, the things that I wanted, where I wanted to go, the people who I wanted to meet. And things started happening. I said I wanted to be happy. Things started happening. Sometimes you got to use this in order to get what it is that you're looking for or that you want. I'm living proof. Okay, case in point. I said, you guys, some of y'all may remember, I told you I wanted to be a keynote speaker. Been a comedian forever. I want to be a keynote speaker. I told God, I want to be a speaker. I want to travel the country, speaking to people on a motivational, inspirational level. This shirt, St. Bonaventure University, with the cheese Danish stain on it. I got this shirt for being the keynote speaker at this university on Veterans Day 3 years ago. Spoke it into existence. Big believer. So, you want it? Speak it. You want it? Believe it. You want it? Reach for it. You're not going to get anything sitting inside your house staring at Jerry Springer all day. You're not going to get anything that you want being mean, negative, sarcastic. You're not going to get anything that you want treating people bad, because karma is a bitch. So that's my message. Let me see what we got going on over here. Hey, hey, Rita, good to see you, lady. Good evening to you. Clarence says, I want more self-confidence. Without confidence, I have a hard time pursuing those 5 reasons. Bruh, we talked about this last week. I don't know if you remember it or not, but I'm with you. I am a person who suffered from low self-confidence, low self-esteem, and low self-confidence. I truly was. Why? Because, and I'm going to tell you exactly the reason why. I didn't believe that I was worthy. I didn't think that I was worthy of anything more than what it was that I already have. And the reason why I didn't think that is because I was afraid. I was afraid of success. I was afraid of moving forward. I was comfortable in the little bubble that I was in. I was comfortable in the small pond that I was in, and I was afraid to get into a bigger lake. Now, that what you just spoke on that I put up, your comment, I want more self-confidence. You just have to go ahead and convince yourself that that's what you want. There's all kinds of books out there and videos and things of that nature that will help you with that, because I did it. Maybe you ought to read my book. You're my brother. Maybe I should bring you a book, or you can order it off Amazon, Messages in the Madness. I actually talk about it. But I suffer from that. And the only way that you're going to get better or get the confidence that you need is, first of all, you took the first step right there. You said you want it. Now you got to get it. Now you got to get it. James says, when are we going to get the comedy album? After last night? We working on it, James. We working on it. Okay, Rita says, I'm afraid of success, which is why I won't try stand-up. And I'm going to tell her like it is, Rita. Met Rita probably 10, 15 years ago. And I told her then, about 10 years ago on Facebook, I said, look, you want to be a comedian, you got to go do it. Go step on the stage. You got to, if that's what you really want to do. She writes great jokes. She really does. Hilarious. I mean, just hilarious person. But at least she's honest with herself. She's afraid of the success. Me too. Yeah. Afraid of success. That's the reason I never went to California. I've been in New York. I didn't go to California. Like all other comedians, packed up and moved to California. That was one of the reasons I did not go, because I was afraid of the success. Because I was afraid of failure. And I knew I had to fail and fail and fail again until I succeeded. Truth. Now, why can I say it with such conviction? Because I realized that that's the way it is. It's not all success. It's failure, win, and then more failure, then another win. That's how it works. So I get it. I'm with you. And I understand that. But at the same time, though, I applaud you, because at least you can identify what it is that's keeping you from moving forward. And you'd be surprised how many people never identify that. They never understand that. They never see this, or will they admit to it? That's the problem. When you're not willing to admit that you have something standing in your way, that is the problem. You may know it, you may feel it, you may smell it. Yeah. But until you do something about it, nothing. You're not going to get anything. But now that you've spoken, maybe it's time for you to move forward with it, Rita. Maybe it's time for you to go find an open mic and tell 2 jokes and see how you do. Tell 3 jokes, see how you do. Take some friends with you for confidence. Yeah. So this one I can talk about because I know this one too well. I do. You got to know what you want. Say what you want. Believe what you want in order for you to receive what you want. Yeah. Because you can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket. So that's my message in the madness, y'all. And it is madness out here. But there's all kinds of messages everywhere. You just got to pay attention. So with that, let me see. I got it. Ooh, Vincent, that is so true. People are in denial. Man, I could talk another 5-10 minutes on that one. I can, because honestly, denial is people are afraid of being denied anything. They're afraid of self-denial. They're afraid of denial from others. And that's a tough one. Maybe I need to write that one down and come back to that one, Vincent, because that's a whole show by itself. Drop me an inbox and remind me on that one. We're going to go back to that one. Okay, Reese, I go to the comedy show every Tuesday night, and I am so tempted to try it. Okay. Do it. Go do it, Rita. Go get on that stage. Do it. You're never going to know if you don't try. It's just that simple. Okay. First time I got on stage, Rita, I'm going to tell you how this goes. First time I got on stage was Oxon Hill, Maryland. It was an open mic. It was hosted by Chris Tucker. I wore my cowboy hat and my biggest belt buckle that I had for confidence and cowboy boots. And my intro is Chris did me in before I even got on stage. He said, y'all coming to the stage. This gentleman here, y'all may have seen him on World Wrestling Federation. I think he's a champion with that big old belt buckle on. Y'all give it up for Coco Beware. Yes, that's how he introduced me. When I go up on stage, I tell my jokes. I bombed so bad I should have changed my name to Ahmed because I was a terrorist. But I got a couple of good laughs, and that was the bug that bit me right there. I got a couple of good laughs out of it. And here I am, still telling jokes. So you got to give it a shot. Thank you, little bro, for that. I appreciate it. Love you too, man. I support you and Dave. Man, for my name to be mentioned even in the same sentence with Dave Chappelle, I am flattered and honored. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I am humble. Thank you very much. So that's all I got, y'all. Ooh, I talked a little longer than I normally do. We at 23 minutes, coming up on 24 minutes. So I appreciate y'all sticking in. Don't forget to hit like, love. Let me know that you've been here. Hit me if you want to put whatever. Just put something to let me know that you've been here. So with that, I will say God loves you. I love you. You know I love you. You know God loves you. Keep your higher power in front of you. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Take care of them kids. Respect our vets. And hopefully I'll see you on the stage sometime soon. God bless y'all. I'm Longhorn.